is our region statement for September. And under budget management, we have multiple staff development and individual staff development.
All right, do I have a motion on finance and budget management?
I think,
Yes.
I'll second.
A motion and a second, all in favor, please say aye. District Attorney, we have a Deputy District Attorney salary agreement, Henrich, for Birmingham. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. General Services. Trish, you on?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. I'm here. The one item that General Services has on the agenda is for the shuttle service for employees to the 4th Avenue deck. The shuttle runs from 6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. and then it resumes service at 3:45 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. for our 4th Avenue location.
All right, do I have a motion?
I'll move it.
Have a motion and a second, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Got tax assessor, we have surveying services for tax maps, GIS data conversion project. Have a motion and a second, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right, District 4, we have other business. This is the Alabama Cooperative Extension System that we do each and every year from the non-commissioned support and the grant for Crime Stoppers.
Move on.
Have 1 and 2. Motion? Have a second.
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Final one is our final payment that we committed to World Games.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a question while we're on these grants. If we had United Ability to the,
I'm doing,
I would like to add, and perhaps we can do, I would like to,
well, we're got in the process. Just don't let me know how much, and I'll have Danielle.
add it to it.
I'm doing
That
five.
came
I'm
in
doing
as a
5,000.
request, but it wasn't, it's not included in those
Right.
ones that we do, like the library, Crime Stoppers, extension. But we can add it and add to
That's the
it.
one, what's his name? That's $6
One, the group that does our shredding, and they,
Gone for
Well,
they-
there may be some rescue money available for that too.
I just saw them over this past week and it kind of touched my heart.
Well, they
And the
always,
veterans is coming up too.
I'll get Danielle and get with everybody and see how much you want to add to it.
Well, let's wait and see what we can.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and do it.
Okay.
But that's just an add-on.
Okay.
And
But no, we didn't include that, to answer your question, it's not in that public service functions, what you're talking about, or the non-commissioned support.
Oh.
All me?
Oh,
well, Joe, do you have anything while we're doing that? We do that, the USFL, do you have any update, or I know you said on the convention.
From what I understand, they're still backing and forthing with Dad, and supposedly was supposed to come out with some numbers last night. We have an emergency meeting with the convention board on Thursday, 10 o'clock, so are we still in Bessemer?
We're in Bessemer.
Yes.
So, I need to get back
We'll have to
there
do
by 10.
it quickly, yeah.
Yeah, or if we can zoom it, I can zoom and be back. But yeah, that's where they're trying to, Fox 6 Sports wants to come in with the USFL. There would be 8 teams. They will all be housed here. They will all play here at the new stadium. It'll be live telecast on Fox 1. I think NBC is partnering with them on some things. So it's an opportunity to showcase Birmingham, showcase the new stadium. You know, this is,
Is that Major League?
yeah,
It'd be throwback to, yeah.
It's a second of all the majors.
It's just a different league, like the USFL we used to have with the Birmingham Stallions.
Right.
And I think they're using the same names
I don't know.
for some of them.
I don't know that. But again, there'll be like 4 game broadcasts from Birmingham every week for a total of what, 10 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
But there's some moving around and the field, there's a field issue. And then there's world games that they're trying to negotiate so that they don't overlap on those 2 things, world ceremonies, world games. So it's in the negotiations. It's an interesting.
It's still in site selection.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're competing with Orlando and somebody else. What was the other one?
Gotcha.
Well, we'll win it.
New stadium sure helps.
So it's shiny new penny.
I hadn't been up there yet.
We got homecoming, you'll be homecoming this weekend.
Yeah.
I might go.
That would be,
All right. Only thing I have is a community grant for the Best Angeles City Schools Foundation. First and second, all in favor, please say aye. Only other thing, from an IT standpoint, this is not only Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's also Cybersecurity Month. So take an extra look at your emails, making sure that you're not clicking on the wrong email and it's ending up being phishing.
And domestic violence.
And domestic violence.
I see you have your police and fire games.
I'm representing, yes.
You're representing today, which is good.
There
That's
will-
really going to be another big benefit to the county and the city of Birmingham as far as bringing notoriety
Can you
and
get us on trip?
favorable casting of
In
the county
2025.
and the city in a favorable light. 2025, so we got 2 more years after
2 more
the.
years. And the World Games
World
is going to be a great opportunity to see what works, what didn't work, and then we can go on top of that because it'll bring police and fire, law enforcement, public safety from around the world, and there will be 3 times more people in the city and the county than there was for the World Games. And so, but it's all free, and they are there is a cornhole tournament. Anybody's interested, you want a county team, put a county team, we can include Barnett in that team. October 23rd, noon to 6 at Back 40 Beer. Great opportunity for public
4:30 to
service.
6 this week.
Noon to 6
And it's a
on October 23rd.
That's homecoming.
Saturday.
It is, so
That's it right there.
that's it.
Tossing it up.
That's it.
Hey, that's what they call it.
You can do that.
Oh, I know I can.
Yeah, you got prizes.
I know I can. It's just-
Barnett over there, what's the prize?
What kind of prizes?
You can get well,
Oh, back 40
official
beer.
merchandise. You're gonna get merch.
What time is it?
Noon to 6. You can go stop by.
I know we passed an emergency resolution last meeting, and just minimal amount of people that was there, and I appreciate those that were not present in person to cast a vote to allow that to get done, and Commissioner Knight, do you have any information? I know that in the legal department, claims, I know that there's going to be all kinds of claims throughout the county, and I know that we have a website that we can go and submit their claims, and if we can get over a certain amount, we will receive federal money. Now, I don't know of many people who have flood insurance. Most people don't. So if we can urge people through our social media and to steer them to that website to register.
EMA's doing that.
Yeah.
They've been doing it from the get.
And the city of Hoover has their,
Has their
as well,
link
because
up.
they have 2 counties.
Yeah.
And Helen, you already put that up, right?
Yeah, we did that, and we did a podcast with Jim Coker over at the EMA, and it was tagged at the top of our webpage until this morning, because I think the deadline is today. They extended it. It was originally the 18th, which was yesterday.
Do we know how many people have applied, or?
I do not have any numbers from Jim. I know
Yeah.
he said, I think last week, the end of last week, before the weekend, they had over 100 people that had gone on there.
Yeah.
But it's businesses and individuals, so.
Right, and it's,
Is he on?
Public entities.
Is Jim on?
Jim, you on? Mr. Coker? I know there's a 2.7 million threshold for
That's right.
our county, 2.7 million threshold for Shelby County. And then the state threshold, I think, is 8.4 million.
And that went up with the last census, didn't it?
yeah, so,
So you have to meet those 2 thresholds before you're eligible for individual assistance or public assistance.
so if we meet our 2.7 and the state don't meet theirs,
We don't meet they won't,
Wow.
it will be an emergency declaration. It's a tall.
makes it tough, and it's hard.
But, you know, you had some other counties in the state that got flooded too, especially up around Macon and some others. So, but yeah, it's a tall order.
You know, I've been around for a long time now, and I've never seen any flooding that intense, that quickly. It just came up.
Well, what was so unusual about it is that cell formed right over the kind of Shelby Jefferson line. And you would think it would move on it, but it then it was reformed, and it did that 4 times. That was pretty awesome, you know, weather phenomenon.
And it put water where I didn't think water would go. You know, on certain of these areas. How are we coming with bringing everyone back? Yeah, as far as our ditches and the items of the culverts that were washed away, are we back to where we need to be?
I think so, everything's open. We still have a lot of little damage here and there, but we're making good progress. You know, one thing about the last flood, if it doesn't wash it out, it cleans it out.
But that
I mean, it's,
stuff goes somewhere.
Yeah.
You're right. Another county maybe.
That would be it.
You know, we have people that depend on us and expect us to do things, but we want everyone to understand that was a 1,000-year flood and an act of God. And as good as the county is and good as Cal is, there's not much we can do about that except try to get it back to normal as quickly as possible.
I would add, you know, a lot of times if there's a stream going through the property and then there's a road over that stream, you know, we can't get off the county's property to do work, and a lot of times it may be 100 feet, 100 yards, and there's flooding, and we get requests for help, and there's just no legal way or financial way that we can help, and, you know, everywhere there's a stream or a ditch off the county's property, the ethics law and getting laws for the gas tax has stipulations, we can only work on the roads, which affects the public and their safety. So
And
it's a difficult situation.
that's sometimes a very tough position to be in.
And I
You
know
know, because those poor people do need help. They do, they're, you know,
And it's tough to see it and have to deal with it. That's what
I mean,
we're
I've got a couple of places where every time there's an event like that, the washout creeps closer to, like,
I want everyone to know, and commissioners do know, and county manager, that we don't like to say no. Is it, we're here for you, the citizens, and if we can say yes, if we can figure out a way to get to a yes legally, we will. But there's so many instances like this, that there's so much damage that on private property that we just can't legally do anything. And I want everyone to know that on behalf of the commission and on behalf of our county staff. We will do what we can legally to help the citizens. Anything? Meeting's adjourned.
So,